So as we're looking at our shapes, you'll see there's also a line tool, a polyline tool, and a polygon tool. And the polygon tool is nice because it lets you start kind of building the shape that you might want to be more specific than one of the basic built-in shapes. And so you'll notice that when I'm building with the polygon tool, I'm clicking and I'm moving and it's showing me the intended path. If I hold shift, it will snap to 45-degree angles, which is really helpful if I want to make sure like my bottom is straight, like horizontal across. And when I want to close my shape, so I don't have to like do this last one, you see how that line's there? I can hit escape and now that shape is closed. I can change the color. I can make sure there's no fill. I can make sure there's no stroke, the outside line. And now I've got a shape that I can again adjust, alter, but I've defined it. So using these shape tools and the polygon tool, I want to see what you guys can build. Try to build an icon of an object. So something that is a symbol for a thing. So it's not going to look super realistic. It's going to look more like an icon or an illustration. I'm going to build a coffee cup, like a to-go coffee cup. So I'm going to use the polygon tool. It's going to have a flat bottom, even though it'd be better to be a little rounded, probably. I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to hit escape again. And I want to get the edit. I'm going to see if I can fix this one point a little bit. Let's see if it lets me. Yeah, so see now I'm in that edit arrow and it'll let me adjust those anchor points so I can make them a little bit more symmetrical. And now I'm going to make a lid. So I'm going to get an ellipse. Go over that. Let's give that a stroke right now. So we can see it. We'll make it look better in a minute. I'm going to give it another ellipse by copying, Control C, and then pasting, Control V. So that duplicated that. I'm going to make this one a little smaller, holding Shift. I'll do it again. Control, copy, Control, paste. Transform, holding Shift, make it a little smaller. What do you think? Is it looking kind of like, I don't know, it looks like a funky one, right? Like it's a suction cup one or something. It's doing something. It's doing something. Let me squish this down a little bit, flatten that up a little bit. Nah, I don't like that. I'll keep playing with that. Definitely need like a little tiny opening for the mouth, right? I feel like I need to be looking at one. So when you guys do this, you're going to have some examples that you've kind of looked at to help you. This is going to have to definitely be black. Whoa. Let me zoom in. Obviously, this is a little problematic, right? It's not looking super ideal yet. Wrong buttons. There we go. It's getting there, right? It's getting there. And what's nice, I can always go in here and get like my polygon tool. Maybe I want to give it a sleeve. It's closer, right? It's closer. So not perfect, but you get the idea, right? And then you could go in and you can edit those points, figure out where they need to go. But what the one of the goals is that we build things out of one shape so that we can very quickly and easily change the color. And that's one of the nice things about vectors, is that when they're a closed shape, then they can easily be colored and adjusted. You can add details with lines and text. If I go down to the line tool and give this like some ridges. You get the idea, right? Maybe I want those to be like a dark. Oop, I'm on the fill. I need to be on the stroke. Where'd my colors go? Why does that look different? Why does that look different? What did I do? There we go. So maybe I want them to be like in the red, but darker, so it looks more like a shadow, right? Maybe I want them to be a little thicker. You can use the sliders or the numbers. Maybe I want them to have a rounded cap. You can see the difference when I zoom in. So there's a lot of details you can go in and work on. I'm going to work on this off the video a little bit to make it look a little bit better. When you're totally done with your file, there's two things that you need to do. You need to save it as an SVG and export it as a PNG. First, we'll go to File, Save to Disk As, and you'll type in whatever it is, coffee cup, _ KTT, and it's going to be an SVG, and hit Save. I already have it, so it's going to say, do you want to replace it? I'll say yes. And so now it's on my computer as an SVG. To get the PNG, you have to go to your export panel. So you've got all your panels down over here, right? We're going to go to export. It's going to default to PNG, which is perfect for what we're doing. All these settings look fine to me. So we're at 500 pixels by 500 pixels, 400 DPI. Our background is set as transparent, which is perfect. So I'm going to go to export, and it's going to put it into my downloads. So now I have two different files, a PNG and an SVG, that I can turn in on Classroom and use in other projects.